All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another live stream on Woo English. As always, I am Hamza and I will be your host and your guide also in learning some English today. Today, as you can see from the title, we are going to have another Test Your English live stream. I decided to do this and to have a listening session on Friday. So today we are going to have like different games, different activities through which we are going to test our English and see how fluent or how good we are in English grammar. We are going to focus a little bit on grammar, but at the same time, we are going to have like varied activities. Of course, I want to start with a little activity or little game. We have played this game before, but I wanna start with it today. And for people who were complaining on my mustache, how was it today? I hope you like it now because I don't. I hope Asanol is here. Thank you so much, Muhammad, for being a new member of the channel. And we will start with the first game for today, which is called Zoomed In Pictures. So basically, this game is very simple. I'm going to show you some pictures, and you need to tell what is the full picture or what does the full picture show, right? So I'm going to show you just a small part of a picture, and you guys need to tell me what is the full picture showing. This is the first picture. Can you tell me what is the full picture, or what does the full picture show? So what are you looking at exactly? So while you guys are trying to figure this out, trying to solve this mystery of what is this thing we are looking at, I would love to remind you and especially new members about our channel. Wo English is a channel dedicated to learning English through stories. Our stories are not just like fiction; they are not just imaginary. We talk daily about interesting things about what's going on around the world. Maria says what we're looking at on the screen is a sheep. Very nice guess. What about the rest of you guys? What do you think the rest of this picture shows? Because we are showing a small section of a whole picture. So, what does the whole picture show? This is the idea of this game. I have so far one guess, which is that this is sheep, that we are looking at a sheep. Cat. Chile, hi, how are you? Maria also, de Souza, I think you've been here before, if I'm not mistaken. I remember this name. So I have a cat, I have a sheep. Which side are you on? Which group are you joining? Are you joining Chile, saying that this is a cat, or are you joining Maria, saying that this is a sheep? What do you guys think this is? What do you think the full picture shows? So last time I had some of you. I think it was Shiraz, if I'm not mistaken. I've already been there. Okay, I know. Great. So how are you, Maria? How are you doing? And can you please remind me where are you joining us from? Which country? Let me just very quickly, just like connect my tablet so that I can explain some stuff today. I want to explain some stuff today for you guys. Yeah. All right. Two answers so far: a sheep and a cat. Which one do you think is more plausible? Great, Maria. Glad to hear. Which country are you joining us? Can you remind me? So again, this first game that we are starting with is a game where I show you just a small portion of a full picture. You guys need to tell me what does the full picture show. I'm gonna show the full picture, and Chile was correct. This is a cat. Actually, you were looking at the nose of this cat. All right, great. Picture number two. What are you looking at again? So can you guess? Of course, using English, can you guess what are we looking at in this picture? So this is a picture, of course, shows just a small part. You need to get the rest of the picture. What does it show? Pencil, Chile. Chile, I think you've played this game before. You are so good at it. I have one answer so far. Oh, it was a cat, Maria. It was a cat. But I like your guessing because I have seen sheep before, and they do have a nose that is quite similar to cats' noses. So I can understand your guess. A pencil. And probably, Maria, you said, well, a cat is very predictable, so maybe it's not a cat. Well, it was a cat. Yeah, indeed. I've seen sheep noses, though sheep noses are wider, are way wider than cat noses. All right, I'm gonna reveal this one as well, and I think Maria and Chile both did well with this one. I hope the rest of you guys will join eventually in this little game that we are just warming up with. I have another picture. We are looking just as a small portion of this picture. Can you tell me what the rest of the picture shows? A camera. So Chile says this is a camera. No, not sure. For me, exactly. You got one correct. So you need to keep counting your correct answers. For people joining, we are playing a little game. I hope more people will join. This is called zoomed in pictures. You are looking at a small portion, small part of a picture, and you need to tell me what does the full picture show. Chile says this is a camera. So I'm waiting for the rest of you guys to give me some more guesses. I would love to have some more guesses. I have one guess so far for this picture. Maria, what do you think this third picture show? A camera as well. All right, let me reveal then. And you are correct. Yes, absolutely. It's gonna get a little bit more difficult. So this is another picture, small portion. What are we looking at? What do you think this is? It's kind of weird. So what do you think this is? And by the way, I asked you earlier about a like on YouTube a cake. That was fast. That was pretty fast. It is a cake indeed. It is a cake. All right. What about this then? What about this one? So I asked you earlier on YouTube to give me some like some problems that you have, some uh, maybe some questions that you have, some grammar lessons that you have a problem with. I received only one answer, so I was hoping that I will get some more answers today. So if you have any problem with any grammar lesson, let me know today, and I will be more than happy to explain it for you guys. Right? So just tell me what is the grammar lesson you have a problem with. You can write it now or you can write it later. I'm going to ask you later anyway. So we are just warming up right now. What are you guys looking at? Previous picture, so we had, just so that you know, for people just joining, so I'm giving you like a small section of a picture and you need to tell me what is it. And both Chile and Maria got this one correct. It was a small part of a cake. Next one. So this is the picture we are looking at. Mehmet, hey, how are you? So yeah, so this game, I show you a small picture, you tell me what is the rest of the picture is. And again, it's quite blurry because it's zoomed in. None of the other pictures was clear. I was telling you, if you have any problem with any grammar lesson, today is your chance to understand it. So if you have any problem, just let me know. I'm gonna explain this for you. You can think about it, you will share it with me later on. You can just like think, I always have a problem with this or this lesson, right? Because I know a lot of you like do have some problems with some English lessons. It looks like a strawberry cake. But you have seen the cake before. And for, what was his name? I forgot his name. Shiraz, I think it was his name. So you complained about my mustache, and I shaved it. Well, I not shaved it, but I trimmed it to trim. Right? When you trim your mustache, you don't shave it; you just like fix it. I trimmed it, and I regret it. Can you give me back my mustache? But it was chocolate cake, different one. I don't know. All right, let's check. Let's check. Maria was absolutely correct. It was actually another cake. I tried to trick you guys, but I think Maria got this one correct. Absolutely. This is actually a strawberry cake. All right, what about this one? So what are you looking at? This is a small portion of another picture. Maria, you were very clever. So I think so far you and Chile, you are equal now, because Chile did not answer. Yeah, you did it. You did it. What are we looking at here? What is this picture? A biscuit. Can you be more specific, Maria? Can you be more specific? An Oreo. All right, let's check. Yeah, indeed, an Oreo. All right, last one. So this will be the last picture. So again, I'm showing you a small part of a picture. You need to tell me what is the rest. What the rest of the picture is. A chocolate biscuit, but it was more specifically an Oreo. But I think your answer was correct as well. So no worries. A dog. Maria says this is a dog, probably. Good guess. On the whole, I think I have no idea. Chile, don't give up. Try, give it a try. I'm gonna make it even bigger. Give it a try. Come on, Chile. Give me a guess. Give me a guess. Can you at least make a guess? All right. I'm gonna reveal it so that we can move on to something more important. All right. It was a tiger. It wasn't a dog. It was actually a tiger. You were looking at his eye, the eye of a tiger. Result now visiting my son. Cool. That's cool, Maria. That's nice. Brazil is one of the countries I would love to visit. Brazil. It's a nice country. Okay. Let's now go to more serious stuff, right? Let's go to more serious stuff. So let me share with you the first question I want to ask you is this one. This is my first question for you guys tonight. If you have, if you have, it really is, yes. I think you have some kind of leopards or jaguars, I think, or tigers in Brazil that live in Brazil. Name one grammar lesson that you have a problem with, and I will explain it for you. All right? That's our deal today. So give me any grammar lesson you have a problem with, and I will be more than happy to explain it for you. That will be the deal for today. That will be the main thing for today. So you can give me one grammar. Let me think. Sure, Maria. Take your time. So I'm gonna. By the way, so you're gonna give me your suggestions. You can give me your suggestion for the next maybe 15 minutes, and then I will go to some activities. And after we do those activities, I'm going to go back to your answers. Right? We're not gonna go to these answers right away. We will work on some other activities, and then I'm gonna answer your questions. But first, drop for me one grammar lesson that you have a problem with, that you always suffer with, that you hate. Idioms, could it be? I can do idioms, sure. We can do idioms. Though idioms is not actually a lesson, right? It's not a lesson, but sure, I can teach you something about idioms. We can do some idioms. So as I said, I'm just taking suggestions for now, but I will tackle them one by one later on. I want to work with you on some activities, but I want to see what you guys are struggling with, because I'm a teacher and I know a lot of students struggle with certain lessons. But I would love to see what you guys are struggling with. Do you know any idioms, Maria? Do you know any idioms? Do you have an example of an idiom, if you can give me? There was, by the way, there was one more question on YouTube that asked about verbs ending in ing, and we can, please share with us. Share with us. All right, nice. I have one lesson. I'm having a blast in Berlin. Absolutely. Very good. A blast, meaning I'm having a great time. Very good. Fantastic. Yeah. Hello, Junior. Hi. How are you? Junior, do you have any grammar lesson that you are struggling with? Same for Chile. Where is Chile? Chile was upset. Probably she did not answer. There is cats and dog. Things here costing a leg and an arm. That's a very nice one. I really like that one. Hello, Iman. How are you? Cool. All right. So this is your chance, guys, today to understand a grammar lesson you are struggling with. I want to start with one that Maria suggested, which is idioms. So I already have this like this little presentation about idioms. So first, what is an idiom, right? We can start with this expression of what is an idiom. I'm not sharing anymore. All right, I'm not sharing anymore. All right. So what is an idiom? Iman, how's life? So what is an idiom? Let's discover it through this little activity. So it was raining cats and dogs, right? The expression "it was raining cats and dogs," the streets are flooded. It was raining cats and dogs last night. The streets are flooded. Which of the following meanings do you think this expression has? I always like to start idioms with this expression or with this idiom. It's raining cats and dogs because I think this is the most famous English idiom. So, what do you think? What is the meaning? Is it it was raining? It was literally raining cats and dogs. Like cats and dogs were falling from the sky. It was raining so much, or there were a lot of cats and dogs in the street last night. So, which one do you think is the meaning of the expression in yellow? Maria says that's number two, meaning it was raining too much. What about the rest of you guys? What do you think? All right, absolutely. So for this first activity or for this first expression, of course, it was raining cats and dogs last night. This expression means that it was raining heavily. It was raining a lot, right? That's the meaning of this expression. So, idiomatic expressions, just to answer this first question that we started with, what is an idiom? An idiom is an expression that has a different meaning than the literal meaning. So there is the literal meaning, like what we understand from the words, but idiomatic expressions, they have a higher meaning, another meaning, a meaning that sometimes you cannot predict from the words of the idiom. For example, if we take this idiomatic expression, it was raining cats and dogs, you cannot predict what it means. Some people, maybe non-natives, people who are not English, who or to whom English is not the first language, they will struggle to understand what the meaning of this expression is. So idiomatic expressions mostly we learn them from daily life, right? From daily life. So today, again, I'm answering the question by Maria because Maria asked about idiomatic expressions. So we can talk a little bit about idiomatic expressions. Of course, the offer still holds. If you have any problem with any grammar lessons, please drop it in the chat, and I will be more than happy to explain it for you. So we are going to try and like learn some more like idiomatic expressions. We will learn them from this little text. So I want you to leave this session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I want you to leave this session with 7 idiomatic expressions, right? I want you to learn 7 idiomatic expressions. This is 7 idiomatic expressions. All right. So I'm gonna read this little text here, and maybe I'm gonna explain some expressions, but not the ones underlined. In the busy school cafeteria, the new kid was feeling nervous about fitting in and making new friends. So we have a school cafeteria, there is a new student, and the student was nervous that he will not be able to fit with the other students. As he nervously approached the lunch table, Sarah, the friendly classmate, decided to help him break the ice. So a new student, he is afraid of approaching the other students, but one student, her name is Sarah, decided to go to him and help him break the ice. Is he going to take pieces of ice and break them? I don't know. You can tell me if you understand the meaning of this first idiomatic expression. Hey, Tim, befriending people. So this is Sarah speaking. Hey, Tim, befriending people here is easy peasy. This is a nice expression. She said with a smile. Tim decided to show off his basketball skills after lunch. So he decided that to make an impression, to impress the other people, to make them like him, Tim decided to show them his basketball skills. With the confident shot, he hit the nail on the head. This is another expression. He hit the nail on the head, impressing his classmates. But just as he was enjoying the attention, 2 classmates accidentally let the cat out of the bag. Maybe they were having a cat in a bag, or maybe this is another idiomatic expression. If you understand it, drop the meaning in the chat below. Let the cat out of the bag about Tim's secret crush on their math teacher. This is quite a twist. I thought he was having like a crush on one of his classmates, but he had a crush on his teacher. When you have a crush on someone, you like that person. Blushing. So you blush, your face becomes red. Blushing. Tim felt embarrassed. He didn't come to school for a week. Let me see what you guys are seeing. All right, nice, good. So I think you can see the text well. All right. About, so we said he didn't come to school for a week. When asked, he said he felt under the weather. His classmates regretted spelling the beans. Tim started coming to school once in a blue moon. Finally, he decided to bite the bullet and faced whatever challenges came his way. Suddenly, Tim was admired for his courage. So, this is basically the text we are starting with today. Again, this is to answer Maria's question about idiomatic expressions. So, I think we can learn 7 idiomatic expressions today. I wanted to learn them, to learn how to use them, and maybe try to use them with your friends in your next English conversation. So, again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 idiomatic expressions. Can you tell me which one of these idiomatic expressions do you already know? Do you know any of these idiomatic expressions? Tell me which one. Tell me what is the meaning of this idiomatic expression. So I'm going to probably read the text again. In the busy school cafeteria, Tim, the new kid, was feeling nervous about fitting in and making new friends. So he was nervous about making new friends. As he nervously approached the lunch table or the lunch line, Sarah, a friendly classmate, decided to help him break the ice. Hey, Tim, befriending people here is easy peasy. So, again, this is one of his classmates trying to help him. Uh, Tim decided to show off his basketball skills after lunch. So, to impress the other people, to make them want to be his friend, he decided to show them his basketball skills. With a confident shot, he hit the nail on the head, impressing his classmates. He just as he was enjoying the attention, two classmates accidentally let the cat out of the bag about Tim's secret crush on their math teacher. Blushing, Tim felt embarrassed. He didn't come to school for a week, so the some of his classmates told the others that Tim liked their math teacher. He had a crush on her. He didn't come to school for a week. When asked, he said that he felt under the weather. What is the meaning of this expression? To feel under the weather. He felt under the weather. Um, his classmates regretted spilling the beans. Tim started coming to school once in a blue moon. Finally, he decided to bite the bullet and face whatever challenges came his way. So we are learning these 7 idiomatic expressions. Maria already could guess one of the meanings. So Maria said to let the cat out of the bag is to tell a secret. Is to tell a secret. So to let the cat out of the bag is to tell a secret. That's a very good guess. To feel under the weather, Chile. To feel under the weather is to not be good or to be tired, or even I can add to be sick. All right. So basically, he decided when all his classmates knew that he had a crush on his teacher, he decided to stay at home and pretend to tell them that he was sick. So that's how he decided to face the bullying. All right. So, 7 expressions: break the ice, hit the nail on the head, let the cat out of the bag, under the weather, or to feel under the weather, spill the beans, once in a blue moon, bite the bullet. All right, let's go and let's try to discover the meaning of. Okay, so these are the 7 expressions or the 7 idiomatic expressions or the 7 idioms. These are their meanings, but can you please help me by matching? So you can tell me one, for example, break the ice. Is it A, reveal a secret, B, to start a conversation, C, to do something successfully, D, rarely, E, feel ill or sick, F, face the difficult and pleasant situation, or G, disclose confidential information or secret? Can you help me with this? By simply typing the number of the expression and its meaning. All right, I can see someone is answering. Chile says 1 is B. To break the ice is to start a conversation with someone you don't know. All right, let's see if the others agree with you. Let me see first if I have the okay. Good. So I'm gonna write your suggestion, right? I'm gonna write your suggestion. All right. So you said this is B. If you have any other answer, even if it's different, Maria agrees with Chile. Great. So we all agree probably this is a correct answer. Good. So what about rest? You can start with anyone you like, right? You can start from the end, you can start from the middle, you can start from anyone that you could recognize. 2 is C. So to hit the nail on the head is to do something successfully. Again, I'm gonna write it. If you guys agree with the write that down. If you don't, write your own answer, and I'm gonna write it down as well. Write for me your answers in the chat. All right. Anyone else? So I see more people watching, but I'm wondering why are there only Chile and Maria answering? So please, guys, come on, come on. 3 is A. All right. 3 is A. That's officially the ugliest A ever written. Chile, 4 is E. Under the weather, feel sick. All right, Chile is rocking it today. She's acing it today. E. Chile, you did them all, I say. So 5 is G. Spill the beans, G. Once in a blue moon, you say D, right? I'm gonna write them down. I'm gonna move on because I cannot wait. All right. D, and finally we are left with the I think bite the bullet to do something. Face it difficult. All right. So remember your answers, Chile, Maria as well. Let's check. All right. So break the ice is to start a conversation with someone you don't know. It's like there is ice between you guys and you break it. To hit the nail on the head is to do something successfully. So if someone does something successfully, you say, hey, you nailed the nail on the head. Let the cat out of the bag. Let the cat out of the bag is to tell a secret you are not supposed to say. Under the weather, if you feel under the weather, that means that you don't feel okay. You feel sick or you feel ill. To spill the beans, it's similar to let the cat out of the bag is to tell a secret. Once in a blue moon, if you do something once in a blue moon, you do something very rarely, right? And finally, bite the bullet. To bite the bullet is simply to do something even if that thing is not good, it's not pleasant. So I hope these 7 idiomatic expressions are clear. I want you to read them again because I'm gonna give you another expression or another activity where you need to uh, say them back to me, right? So let me read them very quickly. Break the ice, hit the nail on the head, let the cat out of the bag, to feel under the weather, spill the beans, to do something once in a blue moon, and finally to bite the bullet. I'm going to show you pictures now. You need to tell me which idiom it represents. All right, so which idiom does this picture represent? Let me do it this way. Let me do it here. All right, so which idiomatic expression from the 7 ones we have just learned does this picture represent? What do you guys think? Hit the nail on the head, says Chile. To hit the nail on the head. Let us check. Indeed, hit the nail on the head. Great. Number 2. What do you think this picture, or what is the idiomatic expression that this picture represents? We have seen this one. So today we have focused on 7 idiomatic expressions. And yeah, to bite the bullet. All right, to bite the bullet indeed. Yes, to bite the bullet. Very good. Next one. Very easy one, this one. Because you have the word right in front of you. So what do you think this idiomatic expression is? Bite the bullet. Great. Maria for the previous one. Absolutely. What is the idiomatic expression we are looking at in this picture? Beans. It's an idiomatic expression that has the word beans. To spell the beans, says Maria. All right, let's check. Yes, to spill the beans, just for yes, just for spell. For spell Maria, we write it like you can see on the board or on the screen. Spill the beans. All right, next one. What is the expression, this idiomatic expression that has a cat in it? It has a cat. And it has the same meaning as to spill the beans. Exactly. So I have two like correct answers: to let the cat out of the bag, to let the cat. So I hope we have learned these 7 idiomatic expressions today. Wonderful. All right. So to let the cat out of the bag. Next one. This is an idiomatic expression that means when you go to someone new and you start a conversation with them, even if you don't know this person. All right. So when you, for example, you start a new job or you start a new class and you have like new classmates, you don't know them, and you want to start a conversation with them, so you can use this expression that you have here. To break the ice. Nice. All right. So Maria and Chile, you did a fantastic job today. Great. So what about this one? This is an idiomatic expression that means that you do something one time very rarely, like very rarely. It has one word. on it. So when you do something very rarely, for example, my friend goes to the gym once in a blue moon. All right. Yes. Because I see no cow in the picture. Yes, once in a blue moon. Very good. And finally, when you are not feeling good, when you are sick, you are what? Or you feel what? Once in a blue moon, Chile. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good. Under the weather. So, Maria, since you asked about this one, are you satisfied with what we have done? I did not want to explain because idiomatic expressions, you cannot explain them. Uh, you need to learn them, and there is no way to even explain the meaning, right? Because uh, what's the relationship between a cat and a secret, right? There is no relationship unless you like have a good imagination, probably. So yeah, is to feel or to be under the weather. Great. So I hope you have learned them. Fill the gaps with the right idiomatic expressions. Let's see if you have learned them well. At the party, Jane told a funny story too and get everyone talking. So imagine there is a party and everyone is not talking to each other. Each person is standing alone. So someone tries to make everyone talking to each other. What do we do? Emily accidentally about the surprise party for her friend. Mark didn't come to work today because he's feeling we only go out for a fancy dinner. So when you go to an expensive restaurant, you cannot go every time. You go once in a while. So what is the expression? You will have to and tell your parents the truth. It's very difficult to tell your parents the truth. So what is the expression? Chile. Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you. Nice. Yes. Break the ice. Good. All right. Very good one. To break the ice. I'm not sure if I have the answers here. All right. To break the ice. Number two. Emily accidentally did what? Here in number two, I can accept two answers. Two answers are accepted in number two. Both of them, they almost have the same meaning. Spill the beans. Or what? Is that another suggestion for number three or number two? When there is a surprise party and someone tells the person that they are being the guest of a surprise party, let the cat out of the bag or spill the beans. Both of them are correct. Mark didn't come to work today because he is feeling what? Because he's feeling under the weather. Chile. Maria, come on. Don't give up. All right, let me stay here. Under the weather. All right, yes, under the weather is the correct answer. We only go out for a fancy dinner. As I said, a fancy dinner is an expensive dinner. Under the weather, yes, under the weather, cool. Once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. Okay, Maria also gave the same answer. So once in a blue moon. And finally, you will have to do something and tell your parents the truth. Spill the beans. I like this one. Spill the jeans is also maybe a new idiomatic expression. Bite the bullet. Indeed, it's actually bite the bullet. Why? Because when you want to, for example, you did something bad and you want to tell your parents about it. This is very difficult most of the time. It's very, very difficult. So if you want to do it, you need to like bite the bullet and tell your parents the truth. All right. Yeah, this is an expression. So Freddie finally got down on one knee. So this is to get down on one knee is when someone proposes to his fiance, yes, to a girl. To tie the knot, this is an expression. To tie the knot. To tie the knot is to get married. This is the one that Maria said. So Maria, can you repeat for me this one? Can you repeat for me this one? So this idiomatic expression means that something is very expensive. It means something is very expensive. Maria said it before. So who can tell me what is this expression? It means that something is very costly, is very expensive. It cost me, or it takes me, it costs, we say it costs. It cost me a leg and an arm. Exactly. That's the expression. So for example, buying an apartment costs an arm and a leg these days, meaning it's very expensive. Or healthcare in the United States costs an arm and a leg, meaning that healthcare in America is very, very expensive. All right, let's see this one. TikTok has become a cash cow for a lot of people. So a cash cow is a source of income or source of money, basically. Yeah. To give someone the cold shoulder. Since I have refused to lend him money, he has been giving me the cold shoulder. So to give someone the cold shoulder, meaning to act cold and distant towards someone. For example, someone asked you to do a favor for them, but you said no. So they try to not answer your text, or maybe when you talk to them, they answer like they give you half answers, or they don't make eye contact with you. We say to turn or to give someone the cold shoulder. Who can tell me what is this expression? This idiomatic expression. Exactly. Yeah, it costs. Yes. You say it costs. What is this expression? And no one knows this one? A very, very common idiomatic expression, actually. It's to, she is easily offended when someone easily gets mad or gets upset. You should walk on eggshells when speaking to her, meaning you should be very, very carefully, or you should talk and act very carefully around that person. Yeah, okay. I don't want to overwhelm you with all these idiomatic expressions, of course. So let me go back and maybe work on one more activity, which is also grammar related. Okay, let's do this one. Share this one. All right. Okay. So this activity is a little bit different. So it's about grammar. And this is to answer a question that was asked on YouTube. I hope the person who asked this question is still there. Let me change the font because I don't like the font. It looks very stupid. It's not very clear. So let me very, very quickly change it to something more visible, more readable. Okay, smaller, smaller, smaller. All right, I think this is good now. All right, I think this is readable now, even if I do this. So it was about verb forms, right? It was about verb forms. So in this activity, what do I have? I have 8 sentences, and I want you to choose for each sentence which form of the verb is correct. For example, number 1, she enjoys read or reading books every evening. What do you think the correct answer is? Reading. Maria says reading. Chile says reading as well. Okay, let's. All right, let me. I think no. All right, yes, reading indeed. Reading. Sorry, I have an allergy. Okay, my brother promised help or helping. Both of you guys say to help, and that's the correct answer indeed. Promise to help. Mhm. Maria says number 3 to study. We need to study. Chile joins her to study. All right. All right. To study. Number 4. What do you think about number 4? Learning. They started learning, or to learn or learn. Both of you agree on learning. All right. I can't argue with that. If you guys both agree, I hope more people will join like in the chat and share their answers. Otherwise, this is a kind reminder, kind request. Please click that like button before we finish this live stream. I forgot to inform you, so I thought maybe if you like this video, you will definitely like it without me asking to speak. Maria and Chile, you are synced now. You are thinking at the same like with the same vibrations. I like that. I like that. So it's important to speak. Well, you guys say visit. You are telepathically sharing the answers between you, like each other. Visit. Mhm. Visit 6, Maria. Very good. She doesn't know what, where to wear, or wearing for the party. Number 7, to wear. Okay, both of you again agree on the same answer. Fabulous. Next one. Number 8. He helped me moving the furniture. Move. Okay, finally you disagree now. To move or move. Well, both are correct, but the more correct one is move. Okay, great. So let's see. So reading, to help, to study, learning. So I'm going to read the full sentence. She enjoys reading books every evening. My brother promised to help me with my homework. We need to study for the upcoming exam. They started learning Spanish last year. It's important to speak clearly during a presentation. I will visit the new museum downtown. She doesn't know what to wear for the party. He helped me move the furniture to the new apartment. So those were fantastic answers. And with this, we come to the end of this live stream. Thank you so much, guys. Again, today was a test your English live stream. Next session will be a listening and reading live session on Friday. Thank you so much, all of you guys, for watching, and see you on the next live